Hello, everybody. Can everybody hear me okay? I think it's working. Prepper X, Doug Sweener, Smith & Wesson, 642, hello. Sorry, there's quite a bit of lag between these two computers, so it'll take me a minute. I'm just going to pop chat out here. See it better? Backwards Law, hello. Fuzzy Fork. So, seeing as how we have a few in here, and we are definitely skipping frames, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, Backwoods, I did kind of notice that. He's trying to hide the giveaway that's over the left shoulder there. He's trying to hide it, but not too well. All right. First off, I figured I'd do why I did prep, kind of, sort of. I mean, where I come from. I come from a biblical standpoint of prepping. It's Luke 22, verse 35 and 36, and it's where Jesus is telling his followers. He says, "Did I not send you out before with nothing, and you were okay?" And they said, "Yeah, we went out with nothing." He says, "Now take your money sack, a knapsack, and if you don't have a sword, sell a garment and buy a sword." He's telling his people to prep. Obviously, we have a lot more conveniences today than they did back then, but that's still the reason to prep. At least that's where I come from. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll try and keep up with, hey Jay, I'll try and keep up with the chat if my rugrat doesn't get too out of control. Yeah, I see him giggling back there. And one more thing before I get any further. If you look down in the description, you'll see a Discord channel. That is my private, well, it's not, well, it's kind of private. It is Discord. You're more than welcome to join, but I'm going to put this caveat out there right now. It's going to be run like a military base, and I'll show you what it looks like there. And as you can see it, there are private channels. There are some set up for X Nation people. It's like a military base, just like it says. You can walk around quite a bit, as long as you got clearance. If you don't have clearance, you ain't getting into that area. That's just the way it's going to be. It's to protect the individuality of each member that does come in there, protect the privacy, and give people places to chat. There is a LPOP that is for discussing current events amongst the group members that decide they want to discuss things. There's an X Nation voice chat that is just for X Nation members, and that will have to be vetted by senior X Nation people, and that doesn't include me. So once, if they join, that's entirely on them. They will have the rights and permissions to enter people into that group. And there's just common channels. Up top, you'll see text chat. That's for sharing pictures. If you get the great new piece of gear or you have questions on a piece of gear, you can post it there, and people can answer questions. The reason I did this, and I know it's not for everybody, and I'm not asking everybody to join. The reason I did this is to foster a community, and the way to foster a community is to be able to communicate. Communication is one of the top priorities. I'm sorry if you can hear my laptop going nuts in the background. Let me check up on chat. Excuse me. So that's why it's set up. If you want to join, great. If you don't, that's on you. Rescue Boss, Joe Fish, what's going on? And I'm going to give Rescue Boss a shout out real quick. He was my first Patreon supporter, and as you guys can see, he's already on the Discord channel. The last thing I'll say about that is I will boot anybody and ban anybody that does not play nice. If you cuss, swear, or anything like that, you're out. Of course, it's pretty much a given. But it's there. And that's what that's for. So, again, thanks, Rescue Boss. And how many people? We got 8 people in here watching right now. So, as you can see by the picture above my head, that's the current giveaway stuff. And there is 24 people currently in the giveaway. Hey, old man, how you doing? What's fishy, Rescue Boss? What's fishy? Don't worry, old man, we haven't done a whole lot yet. Since you just walked in, I started a Discord channel. I'll pop that back up one more time. So you can take a look at it and read the little note right there, which is pinned. And let's see if I can pin over to it. You look up and see I've already got several things pinned, or not pinned, but posted on it. Just some general information stuff. Nothing fancy schmancy. Also back down here. There we go. But that's just some. Yeah, Jay's always plotting something. That's nothing new. Hello, Corsair. But that's what that's for. The giveaway, I want to say thanks to 4 Patriots. They have donated several items to fit inside the giveaway. Hello, Timo. How you doing? Joe, it's not that hard. Discord's pretty simple. If you have questions, that's what the general chat in there's for. And there I also created, as you can see, places from Northeast, Southeast, Midwest, Deep South, center of the country, and way out west. The people out in California, I don't know if they want to join or not. They may fall into the ocean at any moment. So I don't want my Discord server getting all wet. Excuse me. Back to the giveaway. I tried to put a bunch of stuff in there to, I don't know, help. Some right now snacks, some stuff to put away. One of the things that I will be doing a review on here soon, if I can get this up in front of the camera, is this Halo XT flashlight from 4 Patriots. It's actually pretty solid. It's not bad. It's got its own solar charger in it, and it's got a magnetic base or thing on it. So that's also in there. There's a water straw, some not mine beef jerky, sriracha flavored. There's some sriracha flavored peanuts. Just a bunch of strange stuff. Don't mind me, I'm catching up on chat, and don't mind the rugrat over my shoulder. So, and I noticed also too, when another reason I set up the old man, I am south of Findlay by about 45 minutes. I'm actually south of Dayton by about 10. Don't mind the rugrat, please. He swallowed a tickle feather or giggle pill or some crazy thing. See, you made me lose my train of thought. Not hard. Anyway, the reason I haven't put out any new videos is my camera took a tumble last week. Actually knocked over my whole camera stand. I've actually had to epoxy part of my camera stand back together, and the camera took a hard enough spill where it cracked the LCD, and it also knocked the heatsink off the processor, so it only runs for about 2 minutes and overheats. So one thing I plan on doing, hopefully soon, is see if I can get that to pop up. Oh, hold on. Having computer issues. But as soon as my computer decides to catch back up, I'll show you guys the camera I'm looking at getting. No 3D, I haven't done it yet. You're not late. Not sure. I'm trying to find the right mode here without ending my stream. And unfortunately, I'm able to bring up the one I want to bring up. Anyway, I was going to show you guys the camera I'm looking at getting, but it's not popping up. So, anywho, I love my creative spirit. Hello. Or I'm caught up. It is Coursera. It's a place where everybody can chit chat without being under the watchful eye of Twitter or Facebook. The only person you got to watch out for is me, and just go check it out. Don't have to stay if you don't want. It's cool. You don't. I know there's people that don't want to, and that's quite fine. So, seeing as how I'm unable to pull up the web page I was going to pull up, I'm not going to be able to show live me picking a number. So, like I said, there's 24 currently people involved, and that's cool. Not bad for my first giveaway under this new title. So let's go ahead and play with the mouse here. Get that one. That one. Winner will be number 12. So let me get out my paper. Might as well list who all on it. We've got Halen, BNO Outdoors, Mouse Toes, Rescue Boss, Prepping in Progress, My Slice of Heaven, Crystone Adventures, M&M Prospecting, Lady B, Practical Outdoorist, 3D Tripper, Mickey Murray, Smith & Wesson, Red Life, Bessie Cantor, Just in Time Prepping, Angry Canuck, Kimberly Wise, Nicholas Griffin, Tony Mitchell, Old Man, Joe Fish, Food and Forest, and Kentucky. And number 12 is Kimberly Wise. So I'll have to send her a message, let her know. Hello, Oxjaw. Everybody's saying hello, Charles. Say hi. Did y'all hear him? Like I said, it'll be Kimberly Wise. I'll have to send her a message and work on getting this stuff out to her. So has anybody got questions? And no, Jay, I don't have any Daleks set up on my server. I'm too lazy to try and set all that stuff up. I'll hire Backwoods to come over and do it. Seeing as how I'm waiting for questions, I will be doing, as soon as I can get a camera review on this, I have upgraded my medical bag, as some of you have already seen. It'll take a minute or 3 to do it. ACR, thank you for joining. Cruiser Mac. It's okay, old man. Nobody was worried about grandkids. Everybody loves grandkids. And when we don't love them, we still love them, right? Excuse me. Coffee time. So has anybody got any questions at all? Joe, I'm glad it's you. I've done my time doing all that stuff. I do not feel like changing any more diapers. I changed enough of his and his older brother's. We'll just leave it at that. Well, let's see. Joe, I actually mentioned your name as being one of the participants in the giveaway, and number 12, who is that again? Kimberly Wise was the winner. Don't worry, Joe, you'll have a lot more to come. So does anybody have any questions for me, for the Rugrat? You think this is funny or something? Yeah, kids, gotta love them, right? I haven't seen Kim in here yet. Oh, not yet. I thought about that once, Jay, then I thought better of it as the sheriff pulled up behind me. Mostos! Hey, how you doing? Charles, what is your favorite thing about being on YouTube? Sometimes we can be funny. Did that answer it for you there, Mouse? He was going to wear his mohawk hat, but it kind of makes his head itch, and we didn't want him scratching his head like he had fleas or something, you know. Prepper X says, you are awesome, Charles. I mean, I'm trying to catch up to my chat here. It's running away. Oops. Just lost my chat. Okay, hold on here. Okay, I just turned a few more of you guys into Smurfs. No playing with Gargamel, okay? Or Azrael. I plan on it, Jay. Right now, it's a question of transportation to said areas. Where I live is a very urban area, although I do have a small creek that runs behind my place. The closest camping place to me is about 45 minutes away, so I'm not walking to it. But we do I plan on trying to set up an excursion with a friend of mine sometime this summer. I'm glad you're wearing shorts there, Ox. Just a little cold up here. It's 29 degrees. And thank you, Timo, for joining over on Discord. Thank you. All right, that's enough silly. I've created a monster. Yeah, I don't think he's quite that strong yet, Jay. Though he is relatively strong and large for his age. Not quite that strong. I don't think he's going to pull my 250 pounds plus a couple bags. He'd try, though. He'd try. Now, 3D, now don't go scaring Ox off that fast now. Give him at least a chance to warm up to the idea of being extremely warm. I think I covered everything. For those who have joined in recently and didn't hear it, I'll go over it again real quick. I did set up a Discord channel. I'm not asking everybody to join it. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's cool. I'm going to run it like a military base. There are places everybody gets to go, and there's places they can't. Certain areas are going to be completely off limits to the general population. You'll have to be vetted by upper echelon, and I'm not part of that upper echelon, so that'll be entirely on them if they join. If they don't, the channels will stay vacant. That's just the way it's set up, and that's the way it'll stay. It's to protect everybody that gets in this channel. After recent events, I want to make sure that the people who do join are as protected as possible. Thank you, Backwoods Law, for joining. And then go back to, you never heard of a Discord channel mouse. It's a little teeny box you can put on your phone or your computer that screams at you emphatically to type something crazy. No, Jay, I didn't set up any latrine duties there. I kept that for the non-coms. That's for non-coms. They always put it down on us low peons, so I finally made the non-coms do it. You ain't got to worry about it. Anyway, go back to why I prep. I went through 14 shelter homes and a couple halfway houses growing up due to the courts getting involved in my family's business. And I didn't live it back then, but I went through a lot of farms and I learned how to prep back then, but never realized what it was. Shortly after my mother passed away from Lou Gehrig's disease, I realized the need for storing up on things, but even then I didn't do it. I just knew I needed to. I was back to driving truck, and with no permanent home or anything like that, I didn't have any place to put it. Fast forward a few more years, and I got this little squirt now, and now it's just me and him. And the need to prep for his safety and well-being is, been pushed to the forefront. I have to make sure that I have what he needs to survive, as well as myself. Let's see, hey diggers, glad to see you're here. Welcome. Small town southern housewife, welcome, welcome. Excuse me. And then back at the end of November, I hit a really rough spot. And I'm going to give a shout out to Prepper X. He gently, shall we say, nudged me back into getting my head where it belonged and focusing on where it needed to be. And I needed it. I'm not going to take offense to what he said. It was needed. It was the right push at the right time. So I thank him for that. You're right, Rescue Boss. Our parents did prep back then, even though nobody called it preparing. They just called it, having stuff ready for next month or next winter or whatever, My mother canned. If we were to put my mom and Mouse Toes in the same room with a canning system in two stoves, I don't know which one would win, but they'd sure have a hell of a time and fun time doing it. My mom loved to can back in the day. We canned strawberries, raspberries, peaches, apples, green beans, hot peppers, jalapeno peppers, chicken, rabbit. That wasn't my favorite meal, especially after they killed Fluffy. That was a bad day. And I do appreciate the support, Rescue Boss. I do appreciate it. It means a lot. There's a lot of channels out there that don't support anybody. They expect the channel to channel sub, and YouTube is really getting down on people for that. Straighten up, silly bud. Don't mind me trying to catch up on this roller coaster chat. We did too, Cruiser. We had a storage shed that had a small trapdoor underneath it that had 200 or so different canning ball jars of different foods and stuff. It was, I want to say, about 3 feet underneath the shed, so it stayed pretty much the same temperature year round. I miss that old place. 1 1/4 lots off a lake in central Michigan. It was a house my parents built before I was born, And I'd really like to get it back, but it ain't going to happen. The people have it now have destroyed it. I don't know, Jay. I think it'd be actually kind of fun to watch. In small town, that's why I prep. You know, you never know what's going to happen. I went from having a car, having enough money every month to do whatever we needed to do. If he wanted to go, you know, I'd sign him up for Boy Scouts, and that was when I had a vehicle. We had money, and the vehicle that I bought from the dealership literally just quit working. Uh, a computer in it died. Transaxle was dead. You know, it was grinding, and they refused to fix it. And to fix everything that needed to be fixed would have cost us almost as much to buy a new car. So we wound up going without a car. That, you know, we lost a lot. And that's a pretty heavy toll to take in one slam, where you get to do anything you need to do or want to do, and then get shoved right into a house, four walls that feel like a prison sometimes. So back in November, I was feeling that way, and X got me back in where my head needed to be. Hello, St. Bernard. Just seeing you come in. Welcome. It's, you know, that's and another reason I started to do YouTube videos on prepping is because my oldest sister Deb, she is just now starting to try and prep. I'm about to send that one to his room. But she watched one or two of my videos on trying to prep. She's actually trying to start prepping now. I've got friends and family up in Michigan that they don't. You know, I don't understand why. I've proven beyond the shadow of a doubt why there's a need for it, and they still haven't done it. Um, and they're a little more affluent than I am, obviously. Um, but they're putting their steps in a different area. Excuse me. My pastor's wife up in Michigan, she actually, the last time I was up there, made a statement about prepping and, you know, having stuff ready. So I had a bunch of knives at the time. I gave them both a good hunting knife, a good, you know, longer machete style knife for their bags, so they actually had stuff. I also sent them a seed vault so they could plant their garden. And I still haven't asked her how they went, but I'm sure if it had turned out bad, she would have done let me know already. Huh? You speak up. I'm not going to do a different picture. Charles wants me to change pictures, but if I do that, then I have to go someplace like. This is not working. For some reason, I'm not able to change frames, so this. No, IVE, welcome. It is not spring yet. Matter of fact, it is still quite the throes of winter at the temperature of 31 degrees now. Excuse me. Charles wants me to change pictures. Let's see if that'll take over. Which picture is that one, Diggers? The background picture there? No. It was one I found online that was free. And I don't think this is changing. I'm trying it to, but it's not working for some reason. So I don't know. Okay, I'll close that one out then. Technical issues. Not doing too bad for only the second time I'm doing a live stream. That's the reason I chose it. It's nice fall pictures, and I've got a bunch of other ones I just haven't used yet. I got to do some editing on them. So anybody else have any other questions? Yeah, well, man, it's a lot of people have that issue, trying to get stuff when their significant other isn't quite on the same page. It can be a challenge for sure. The kind of picture I want to get, Diggers, is a picture of a waterfall that's been not time lapse, but long exposure, like 30-second shutter speed. Give it a nice smooth effect to it. Unfortunately, the Nikon I had wouldn't do it, but that's kind of what I want. Thank you, Timo. I have not done any seeds here myself, Ivy. Where I am at, I cannot have a garden of any kind. Even if I planted say a flower box garden out my front window, which is the only place that I'd have sun, the local kids or cats would get into it, and I actually live within a half-mile of a steel mill. And even with my place completely closed up, I can still get about a 1/16 of an inch of dust in my apartment in 2 days' time. I haven't taken any pictures yet, Ivy, that would be worth selling, um, but that is an option. Yeah, Hocking Hills would be a nice place, Ox. That would be a really nice place to take pictures. I've actually taken some pictures of my stream that's back here because when it's low, you can actually walk across it. And if you got a decently equipped camera, you can take a nice long exposure of the water coming toward the camera. It's really pretty. Unfortunately, the camera I've got now just isn't doing it. When am I moving to the south? As soon as I buy a moving van. Which isn't going to be anytime soon, but that's when I'm doing it. Yes, Jay, they still make steel here. Not very often, but they still do it. I actually know some people that work over there, and they're actually getting in some overtime right now. Yeah, that's what I did with the creek back here. Unfortunately, I don't have that picture anymore because I actually took that with a Canon camcorder, which is what I was going to show you guys, but unfortunately, I can't get to that picture. The camera I'm looking at getting is a Canon HF M30. It's a camcorder that's got a 12 megapixel camera to it. All right, Prepper X, thank you for stopping by, and hope you guys have a great meal. Hello, Will. Thank you for stopping by. What? What? No, there's nothing up there for you to look at. It's okay. Excuse me. Any more questions from anybody? Questions about bags, food storage? I can run almost the whole gambit. I'm not going to tackle medical or law background stuff. There's people that are more qualified than I am for that. Thank you, Will. Are you directing that toward me, St. Bernard? Because I'm not sure where Guernsey County is, to be honest. I'm originally from Michigan. I only know the area where I'm at. Put me in Michigan, I can get around halfway as decent. Down here, I'm still fumbling around. Don't mind Charles, he's watching the Discord chat. And welcome to the Discord chat there, Corsair. I am in Southwest. I'm between Cincinnati and Dayton, or St. Bernard. Charles, Mouse would like to know what your favorite food is.
Any hamburger, cheese, no pickle, lettuce, or tomato.
Did you catch that there, Mouse? All right, Cruiser, thank you for stopping by. You have a wonderful evening. And 3D leaving too? All right, 3D, have fun, be safe. Jay, that is what she hinted at some time ago. No, it wasn't that long ago, actually, but that's what she hinted at. Mouse, he said he liked mini hamburgers with no lettuce, no tomato, no pickle, which he likes pickles, and he said he didn't want onions, but he likes onions. See, what I've got to do is I've got to put a little bit of ranch dressing on the top of it, so he'll eat almost a whole salad on his burger.
I was thinking.
I wish I still had some of my old pictures there, old man, from when I lived up in Michigan. There's some negatives. I actually have some 35 millimeter negatives upstairs from when my parents were younger and took a trip. And no, Ox, I don't. The one group that is near me, I tried making connections with, and their exact comment was, if you don't have a car, you're not in our group. So that's where that went. That's where I left it. They're going to be that narrow-minded and not even bother taking the time to get to know somebody. There's no sense in even chatting any further. They just showed their true colors right off the bat. It was Kimberly Wise, Smith & Wesson, number 12. And we do not do White Castle. Let's just say it doesn't agree very well. And Jay, that sounds awesome. I've actually mixed up regular beef burger with Lipton onion soup and didn't tell Charles about it until after he ate it.
What do you mean?
Oh, I ain't telling you nothing. Ouch. Trying to read this chat. See, I missed something. Hold on. All right, Creative, take care. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I know. I was sitting there trying to be even more silly. Yeah, you got to have some comic relief in a stream, right? I'm too old to be comedic, so I've got him. Does it work? Well, now that X is off, we can talk about canned chicken and canned sausage without somebody passing out too quickly, right? Just do not bring up the V word or the A word. Mouse might get a little upset. We don't want Mousy upset. You realize I can see you, right? Yeah, I don't have any of Rescue Boss's pictures, or I might throw one or two of them up just to see what happened, but I won't do that, I promise. Yes, it was, Diggers. No, actually, I was much more reserved. Let's see, 5 years or 7 years old. I was into reading encyclopedias. I read every single book I could get my hands on. I was a nerd. I'm getting there, old man. I don't look it, but I'm there. Yes, we're going to have spaghetti tonight after I'm done with live stream. I'll start cooking up a nice, great, big, huge pot of spaghetti. And just in case somebody comes up with a question afterwards, in my About Me page, there is my email link. So go ahead and email if you have anything. Like I said, the only thing I won't cover is medical and or law. I can cover pretty much the rest of it. Bushcrafting, camping, prepping. Aw, poor mouse.
What?
Just tell him you only count the leap years that you were alive as your birthday. That way you're never old. Ox, this is the same channel. This was the Grumpy Old Man Does Prepping channel. I just changed the name because the one day in one of our live chats, somebody came in and popped Grumpy this, Grumpy that, Grumpy this. I mean, I just said, you know what, I've had it. I'll just stick it over to SOP. And it has two meanings, Southern Ohio Prepping and Standard Operating Procedure. And we will operate as such. Yeah, it is. You know, especially considering, all right, settle down. Especially considering one of the guys in the group actually has a box truck that lives less than a quarter mile from me. And he has to literally drive by my house to get to their retreat. And I already know for a fact that his box truck only is going to be half full when he leaves. So, I mean, it is neither here nor there. If that's the attitude they want to take, they can keep their little retreat, which will fold within 6 months because they actually have they don't have any structured order into it. It's every man for himself inside a group fence, and it's not going to last long. Don't mind me just trying to read up on all this chat. Actually, Jay, the person to ask that would be Kanzi. Being as how she's up there and has actually had those. Next time we see Kanzi, we can ask her. Kanzi's a young lady that lives up in Canada, way up in Canada. Actually, Diggers, I'd actually like to be able to set up a camera and watch it as the site unfolds if crap ever hits the fan. It would almost be comical. Probably should turn my camera a little bit so I'm not so far out of it. There, now I can lean and read. Almost got him out of frame, almost. But, yes, I know. You're fine, Ivy. I don't think anybody took offense to your comments. I think you're fine. Don't worry about it. Actually, Diggers, I actually thought about doing Because I know some people that do role play events, and one of the guys in his group, a friend of mine's group, actually does, you know, flashback scenes and stuff like that. Back in my old channel, I was actually going to do a version of a Keystone Cop type event or theme to a SHTF event, but it kind of fell through. But I had thought about it, so I've got the software to add the effects. All right, Ivy, get some sleep, get good rest. Thanks for stopping by. There's Miss Nina. How you doing, Miss Nina? Roll readiness.
Oh.
And we'll have to see how things go. I've still got a few more kinks to work out in this thing here. But if I get a chance, I will let you know. Up North Outdoors, welcome. I missed you coming in. Are you trying to hide from everybody now?
Gotta have a special.
Yes. There's Miss Mouse Toes also on Discord. Thank you, Mouse, for joining. And like I said, you know, for those who haven't joined it yet or are thinking about it, it's going to be well protected. I'm not going to allow no shenanigans. You join, there's groups in there just for people inside X Nation. And this isn't just for people in X Nation, it's for anybody that wants to join to, you know, try and learn. If you scroll up on the main chat box there, you'll see I've posted some pictures of various stuff. Some, yes, but you're getting loud. Anyway, there's dedicated areas just for certain people, so don't be afraid to join it. I will monitor it like it's a military base. What I miss? Miss Nina, it's time for a nice warm cup of green tea to relax. Make up some of that chocolate gravy you mixed up. Make a couple biscuits to go with it. Sit down on a couch in front of a nice roaring fire and relax. Yeah, he's cute. He's also a royal Pima, as 3D would say. Some days.
Daddy. Buddy.
I try to be. Yes, Jay, Charles does have dimples, although he tries to hide them. Backwoods, I said relax, not get caffeinated. No, Ox, I've never had a problem with Discord chewing up memory. I've actually got it running on my computer right now, and my computer is also hooked to my 55-inch TV, and I'm only pulling 34% while running OBS here. Well, Miss Nina, if you need some wine, I would drive down and give you some, but I don't have any. Could mail you some, but by the time you got it, you probably wouldn't need it. Yes, but if you get a chamomile tea, Backwoods, it's nice and relaxing. Jay joined.
Nice to see you.
So if you're going to watch that, go ahead. And if you see somebody join, you say it. Okay? That way you have a job to do. Don't
We
mess it
both
up.
have a job.
I don't have a job.
To do. Chat.
That would be awesome, Diggers. And if I do use one, I'll make sure you get the absolute credit for it. Like something a little different than what I'm currently using for It's nice, but when the seasons change, this isn't going to look so good in spring or fall or summer. Yes, Jay, I know. That's why I'm keeping. One of the reasons I'm keeping him here in Ohio is because I know if he got down there around um, House and Miss Nina and 3D and Piglet and Mickey and Purple and all them girls, he come back cheekless. All right, Backwoods, you guys have a good dinner tonight. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. And we're almost at an hour into this, so I probably should let this go so I can make this one some food before he starts chewing on the chair.
Not.
Yeah, they don't know you very.
Hey guys, I don't really. So don't even.
I don't think they heard that one. Haha.
Hey. Sometimes.
Yeah, Miss Nina, that's what I don't need is him spoiled rotten. And yes, Mouse, I will feed him. I'm going to cook a big pot of spaghetti. And with him eating, he can eat almost a whole pound of hamburger by himself at 7 years old. There probably won't be any leftovers. Miss Nina said, hi, you cutie. Because they ain't talking to me like that. Miss Mouse Toast called you oink. Be careful, she can hear you.
Oh, we're losing.
No, they're going offline. They're not losing anybody, son. Relax. Just a quick explanation of it, Mouse. Discord is just a place to chat. You don't have to worry about Facebook or Twitter or any of those other groups coming in and saying, oh, you can't say that. Discord doesn't operate that way. It's still fairly nice. So, I mean, if you have a canning recipe you want to share, you can share it there. Come up with, you take a picture of something that you think should blow everybody's mind, you can post it there. As soon as I get off the live stream here, I'll go ahead and give everybody permissions that they need. And if some of the main people in X Nation wish to, I've set up three completely private channels just for people within X Nation. So that's something for them guys to utilize and use if they wish to. But see, do a little bit of shout out right now. There is nothing planned for tomorrow night. Monday night is over at Backwoods Laws channel, 8 o'clock. Tuesday is Diggers at 8. Wednesday is Miss Nina at 8. At 9:30, and these are all Eastern times. At 9:30 is Honey Badgers. Wear your boots. Wear your hard hat. Be careful what you say. Miss Mouse carries a very big wrench. Thursday, if Spicy's got something, he'll be out on Thursdays. Fridays is X Nation 2 Hour Roundtable. I appreciate everybody for coming in, and we'll catch y'all next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, boy.